They have set themselves up as an independent government outside of our country's shores, operating out of private corporations with hundreds of millions of dollars at their disposal. And they will not be told no. Not only they won't be told no by individual congressmen, because they will smash them politically. They've moved money into these PACs from offshore to help fund these campaigns against people who don't support their policies. We've come actually full circle where these people over on the Hill are intimidated, that they're afraid of having a whole campaign launched against them in their congressional district.
Hey, you know, in the 70s, there was a congressman or two who really stood up to the CIA. There was Congressman Pike, who brought out a very, very critical report on what the CIA had been doing. And that man was destroyed. His report never even got to Congress. I mean, there was Senator Clark, for example, with the Clark Amendment, which stopped operations in Angola, prohibited the CIA from operating there. A lot of money came into his state in the next election. They said it was South African money. Who knows? And he was defeated. Senator Church, who led the overall critique of CIA operations, a lot of money came into his state of Idaho in the next election, and he was defeated. So congressmen can see who has the power and who has the money in these things, and every now and then one or two of them will stand up and oppose them, but they need an awful lot of encouragement from the people before they're going to take on such powerful enemies.
It bleeds over into the entire question about our government. You know, who is it that is in charge of really pulling the strings behind the Democratic Party, Republican Party, you know, the Senate and the House? Who is it they're all afraid of? You know, I spent 20 years in Washington, D.C., and it's perfectly clear that when you start pressing on them over a number of different issues, you know, for example, I brought a full memo laying out the smuggling operations of the cocaine operations being smuggled with Central Intelligence Agency participation into the United States. I met with the head of the DEA, and I pushed the memo across the desk to him, and he looked at it and read it, and he looked up and pushed it back to me, and he said, "Look, Dan, you know what this is, and so do I. I plan to live to see my retirement."